What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from October 30th, 2019, Halloween Eve episode of this edition of NXT. They're at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Mauro Renaro, Nigel McGuinness, and Beth Phoenix were your commentators, and this will be the follow-up of what Finn Balor did to Giant Gargano, and we'll get to more of that when we get to that segment, because he has to be on the show to give his explanation of why he did what he did to, you know, Johnny Wrestling. But before we do, first of all, the show opened up with the singer and YouTube star Poppy. She does a performance called "I Disagree," which it was and also a music video too, by the way, that highlights pertains to NXT, with the NXT roster and all that, the NXT show overall. It was a nice performance, and all of a sudden we get to the for the entrance of Io Shirai, which was nice. Io Shirai doing her thing, which is her entrance now that acting all crazy, acting all possessed, acting all insane, and then Poppy goes on down along with her and everything. As she's she goes into her scary mask song single that represents for Io Shirai's entrance after the song. I disagree. That's the song. After she stopped performing the song, I disagree. She goes for the scary face, which is I'm assuming it's the same song, pertains to highlighting Io Shirai's video vignettes that pertains to her being crazy and everything now. With a new character, her new persona in a way. So we get a rematch between Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. This match was not as good as I thought it would be. I thought it would be better than the takeover match from Toronto, from back at SummerSlam, but it was still good. In the end, it was Io Shirai getting the win over Candice LeRae. After the match, Io Shirai continues to attacking on Candice LeRae. All of a sudden, Rhea Ripley shows up. Basically attacks. She attacks Io Shirai. Io Shirai ends up reaching because at this point Rhea Ripley had a steel chair, and that was basically it. And we'll get to more. We'll get to more on the women's later too, by the way, because something very important happened with the women's in this particular episode of NXT. All right, now we get to Finn Balor. Fans are booing Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out and does his entrance. And when he does the whole entrance, doing the whole when he did that, the lights went onto Finn Balor instead of the fans. When the whole arena starts lining up, when he does the like for example, like this, like that. But this one, it's just the lights is on Finn Balor. Basically, the spotlight is on Finn Balor, and the fans are not on getting the lights. It's just only Finn Balor, because it's all about Finn Balor. It's not about the fans. It's about Finn Balor, and he comes out. He talks about how funny the way things change. He mentions a guy who wears a mask, and now all of a sudden he's the hottest thing. Which he's referring to, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, more pertains to happened at SummerSlam. And then Finn Balor says, well, now he's the hottest thing, because he took his mask off. Basically, pertains to to the demon Finn Balor character and all that, with the demon paint and all that. And Finn Balor says that everyone should be talking about him, and he says, represents to everyone has their opinions, but the office and the boys in the back, Twitter tough guys and everything. Yeah, Finn Balor is on his full blown heel stick here. He says there's too many fans in the locker room. Finn Balor, you're the one to talk. when people look at you, they don't see you as a wrestler. They see you as a fan too, because because how small you are. You know, I did not understand where he was going with this one until he brought up someone like a Giant Gargano, because he says that Giant Gargano, who's now called the Heart of NXT, and some fans boo Gargano's name, you know, because there's some fans that don't like Gargano for whatever reason, but Bálor congratulates Gargano on getting out of the hospital from last week's attack, and he's threatening to send him back into the hospital. And he says Gargano, he won't be called Johnny Wrestling. He'll be called Johnny Watches Wrestling. Clever line there, clever line. And Finn Balor said, you know, but yeah, that was basically it. So yeah, that was it for Finn Balor's of his explanation on why he did what he did, and he did the hand gesture of the Bullet Club and all that. So yeah, Finn Balor is full blown heel. I love it. I thought it was great, and he felt comfortable. He felt organic, more potential on his promo, unlike the main roster. So yeah, Finn Balor is now the hottest thing in the business because he took his mask off. And look what it led to him with his heel turn. And by the way, he's got some tattoos. By the way, folks, it's gonna be revealed pretty soon once he starts wrestling on NXT again. And the reason why I noticed he's got a tattoo is because he's got a tattoo on one of his side of his hand. That he's got. It looks cool. And I never see Finn Balor being the type of guy to have a tattoo, but never say never. Never say never and all that, right? But yeah, there you go. Great promo there from Finn Balor. We get Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne. This match also being pretty good. It was Australian strong style type of match in this way. In the end, it was Bronson Reed getting the win on Shane Thorne with a huge splash off the top rope, which gets him the win. So what does leads to Shane Thorne after this? I don't know, because I thought at one point I was gonna build him up to him being something important, or him being a disgruntled worker for not getting any opportunities and everything. And then after what happened on the whole Gargano on the debacle, that was squashed immediately. About speaking of Gargano, unfortunately, Giant Gargano is had an injury from his neck, I believe. I don't know if he needs surgery. I haven't heard any full updates of it, but it's unfortunate because I'm assuming that was supposed to be the match between Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano at Takeover War Games. This could be in Chicago, but plans change, unfortunately. And I'll get to more of that when I do the next NXT review, which I can do a lot more catching up of it once I get to that point. But anyways, Bronson Reed gets the win though. Bronson Reed is getting over with these fans. We get Kathy Kelly backstage with Team Kick, Tegan Knox, and Dakota Kai. Basically, they're interviewing them. She's interviewing them, as I say, excuse me, at the gorilla position, and basically from my end, I couldn't hear the audio, but this is what they said. Dakota Kai said she admits they're nervous for tonight, title shot, and said that they work hard to come back from their knee injuries, but they will bring it back. They will bring it to the Kabuki Warriors. And then Tegan Knox says is also confident for tonight's match and says she couldn't think of a better way to win the tag belts than with her best friend, and that was it. And then we get to the match. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. You got Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox Team Kick versus the Kabuki Warriors, the reigning defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Um, they will welcome back with open arms. You know, Kairi Sane and Asuka, because they were NXT they were NXT stars in the past. So, match itself, it was decent. It was like an old school booking tag team where since Dakota Kai getting beaten down, and then Tegan Knox is going to get the hot tag, and and it's going to be it's going to be all worth it. It's going to be a payoff of it. Um, to get that tag team pop feel, and to a degree it did. But in the end, Asuka goes for the as the match we get to the finish process of it. We get Dakota Kai getting getting Asuka. Asuka also green mist her in the face. She sells it pretty well. Unlike someone who then sold the green mist on that Raw episode, Paige. Oh, oh, oh! I can see, I can see. Give me water, give me water, give me water. Meanwhile, you look at Dakota Kai, and she's like, "Oh, my face, I can't." Ah. Like she's still in the pain. Like on my eyes, my eye, she's still in the pain of the poison green mist. And why do I mention? And why do I bring my Paige for that one? Because apparently Paige came back on that week, and on Raw, she was portrayed by the Kabuki Warriors, which is good because it made no sense before why they had Paige pair up with them at first, and thank God they got rid of that. They finally acknowledged that Paige is managing them and all that, and Paige and Paige is the type of woman trying to take credit of this success. So yeah, that was one thing I enjoyed of Paige's return. She got green missed by Asuka, but it was immediately deflated because Paige was oh, I can see instead of selling the pain like Kairi saying here Kairi I mean Dakota Kai sold the pain because her eyes were burning. But anyways, sorry about that. With that Paige rant. I hate Paige now. But anyways, in the end, it was Kairi Sane with an insane elbow to Dakota Kai, who couldn't see it. She couldn't see that coming because she got green mist. She was blinded. Kabuki Warriors wins. Still, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, which I was not expecting them to lose the belts anyways. But hey, it was a decent match, and I enjoyed it. After the match, Tegan Knox goes to trick on Kairi Sane. Also, we get the 3 of the 4 horsewomen of MMA. Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, Maria Shafir, and Jessica Mendouk. They attack Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox. Rhea Ripley comes out. She gets attacked by Io Shirai from behind. She fights back. Bianca Belair shows up. She beats up on Rhea Ripley. Then we get Candice LeRae coming out, and she starts coming to the fight. And also we get a huge brawl happening in the ring. Security's coming in, referees coming in to break it up. When Rigo comes out of nowhere of the podium, he's like, "That's enough." He's like, he's got one solution for this, and then he says, "War games." So yes, for the first time in professional wrestling history, for the women's wrestlings in WWE, because I'm pretty sure it's with other different type of with other different types of war games, like Lockdown for TNA, women's Knockouts in the Way did that as well. Now we're gonna get the women's in WWE to do that's gonna making history as well on NXT. It's gonna be a first ever women's war games match in WWE, and I cannot wait. Oh, and Rhea Ripley knocked down a female security, which I thought was funny. And they continue to separate on the two sides. Now they made an announcement. It was going to be Shayna Baszler, obviously, in the match, which means Shayna Baszler will not be defending her NXT Women's Championship at Takeover, War Games. So she's taking a title shot. She's taking a title shot night off. When they go to the Takeover show. But yeah, it's gonna be Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair. And I was thinking to myself at the time, which of the two of the four horsewomen is gonna be in it? Is it gonna be Jessica and Duke? Because I don't want to be Maria Shafir, because Maria Shafir is she's still green. I think Jessica Duke, she's still green too, but I think she's improved more of her in ring work than Maria Shafir. But we will get to more of that once we get to Robin. Once I do more catching up of these NXT reviews. And then you got Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae. You got Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox. And at the time, I'm assuming that was going to be the team. So I thought. But again, when I do some more catching up for NXT reviews, you'll find out from me how I feel about it. Tyler Bate versus Cameron Grimes. Great match. Loved it. And then the finish came where Killian Dane came out of nowhere. Distracts Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate has no idea what's going on. Cameron Grimes also takes advantage of the distraction, the cave-in, which is the double foot stomp, and gets the win. So Cameron Grimes wins. He leaves immediately after that. Killian Dane gets basically finish the job by beating up on Tyler Bate, basically adding insult to injuries. And basically sending a message to Pete Dunne, because Tyler Bate is friends of Pete Dunne. And basically Killian Dane said to Tyler Bate, to basically yelling at him, saying, tell your friend Pete Dunne that he's basically he warns him about Pete Dunne is going to get his in a way. So it's going to lead to a program between Pete Dunne and Killian Dane. But then again, Pete Dunne is not concerned of him, which we'll get to more of that one once we I do some catching up of the next NXT review. Maybe at time. Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish defending their NXT. I mean, it's a non-title match. I meant to say, excuse me, a non-title tag team match. Main event. Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. Match itself, pretty good tag team match. And in the end, the Undisputed Era gets to win the match. And obviously, you have the rest of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong coming out to make the distraction and all that to get involved, to run it in a way, which is led to Undisputed Era to win their match. After the match, they beat up on Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. Tommaso Ciampa comes out. He has his crutch, and they start basically they start fighting. Only to retreat because they were being outnumbered, because Matt Riddle and Keith Lee were recovering. And then Ciampa looks at the belt, the NXT Championship belt that Cole left in the ring. He's going to go pick it up and everything. And you can hear Bobby Fish in the background say, "Don't pick it up, don't touch it," and all that, right? And I said to myself, it's not even his belt, but okay. So Ciampa, he was gonna touch it, and he's like, and then he decided to not touch it. He says, "Goldie, you're gonna have to wait, because Daddy's going to war." And I said to myself, also, we're gonna have not just one War Games for the women's, but we're gonna have another War Games for the men's. So we're gonna have 2 War Games at War Games. Hell yeah, I love it. So we already know what's gonna be. Undisputed Era, we already know the whole Undisputed Era is Adam Cole, Baby, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish versus Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee. But the problem is, there's no Johnny Gargano too. Either way, but if Johnny Gargano was there, Yeah, if it wasn't for his injury, he was gonna have his plate full with Finn Balor. So I was saying to myself, they gotta have Dominic Dijakovic. So, but did they end up getting him? We'll get to more of that, as to do more catching up of these NXT reviews, and and probably the show will off the air after that. So yeah, that was a cliffhanger there. That some people are like, oh, what's that mean? What's that mean? It means there's gonna be a War Games match, another War Games match at Takeover War Games in Chicago during Survivor Series weekend. Talking about wrestling for WWE NXT um, from October 30th, 2019. 5 matches, and my overall strength for the show, I'm gonna go with another 8 out of 10. Well, 8.5 out of 10, I meant to say. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. This was your WWE NXT review, the show from October 23rd, 2019. Until next time, we'll return to my NXT review right here on YouTube on my channel of Natural Born Driller. You all take care, and I'm out.